Alright, YouTube, today we will be reviewing some camo. As you see, there's 4 types of camo and they're all very well known. This is chocolate chip, that's what I call it.
Basic desert camo.
Yep. Woodland, Flecktarn, Marpat. So this is the newer stuff here, Marpat. This is German's Flecktarn.
Very similar to stuff used in World War II, but it's a different variation.
Yep, and this is Woodland. This is what they used for wild. Most everybody would have those. And then
Chocolate chip was used in Desert Storm and other desert combat in the 1990s and even early 2000s, but then they got the new three color, or maybe it's 4 color, I can't remember, desert pattern.
Alright, so what you guys can tell, they all vary differently, and they don't really look similar, but so we're gonna start off. This right here is Marpat, and this is my personal favorite from this stack right here. Marpat is great for any woodland environment. It's especially good in sage forests.
It is somewhat difficult to find real stuff though, because Marines have an honor factor and they typically do not want to get rid of their camo.
Okay, so
one way you can tell if it's real is if it has a tag similar to this, but sometimes they will have made especially for the United States Marine Corps printed on that, but mine got torn off.
And if
they will have a eagle globe and anchor down here.
And make sure that it's stitched into.
Yes, make sure it's stitched and not stamped.
See? It's stitched. You can tell it's stitched.
Also, they will have little USMC emblems all throughout the camo in different spots.
Fine.
They're difficult to find. There's not too many of them on it. But
here's one.
Here's one. They'll have lots of these throughout. Alright, and that's Marpat. I personally use Marpat in any woodland environment because I find it
probably would not want to use it in the field.
Not in dead grass and things like that.
If you live in Western America and
if you live
drier area.
Yes, if you live in almost a borderline desert or an area where most of the grass you're playing in is brownish, this chocolate chip desert actually tends to blend very well into that type of environment.
If you're gonna use something and you're willing to spend more, probably use multicam, which blends in really well for that kind of stuff.
True, but multicam does not blend in very well to woodland environments.
It blends in pretty well. It just doesn't blend in like extremely well to dark sage.
Correct. Anyway,
so here is
basic woodland.
This stuff right here is nice because, well, everyone has it, and it was used actually for a while.
Yeah, some branches still use it. Special forces will use it in combat.
So what you want to do to tell if it's real is, well, it's a little bit difficult because they mimic these pretty easily.
Tags like this. Mine is very old because it was my father's in the 1980s. Late 1980s.
You can tell why sometimes they have like these different lines in it. You can kind of see they have like main strings in it that are kind of pronounced.
Yep. The U.S. Army logo, which can be not really the logo, but U.S. Army. It can be mimicked,
yeah,
but
it can be.
It typically isn't.
And most times people, if it's mimicked, they won't even have them.
Yep.
And then most of the times they'll have a patch if it's real, but sometimes the people will take it off.
Yep. Alright, and last but not least, German Flecktarn camo.
Flecktarn is great for anything with, it's like a similarity to Marpat.
The Marpat, except for it's not digital and it is a lot rarer.
Well, yes, but the thing that you have to look out for is this. It has like these red, so it's great for, it can also be really good for urban environments, and this also goes in with some dead pine needles, so it would be good for sage and dark woodland.
Yep.
I wouldn't recommend using it in fields.
I wouldn't either. And since this stuff is German, if you look at the tags on it, if they're not in German, it's not real.
Okay, and also they have the Germany
flag.
Yeah.
Alright, and this concludes our partnership camo review and or comparison with Mr. Airsoft Man and Nico Bellic.